it is day 8 of Vlogmas, and it's been such a good day so far. I've been having a really nice slow start, which is very much what I wanted. The movie we watched last night was really funny, the Mystery Science Theater movie. It was apparently a Mexican movie called Santa Claus from 1959, and it was truly bizarre and quite nightmarish. It was very funny. We enjoyed it for sure. And this morning I really wanted to do some jigsaw puzzling. So yesterday my husband and I had made some good progress, and I'd gotten to the point where I'd gotten partway through a building, but I hadn't finished it. And I was really just thinking about it and wanting to do a little bit more this morning after breakfast. And my husband said, yeah, no worries. He was up for it. I also made myself some more of my chai spice mix because I realized that I didn't have enough to make another chai latte, and I was really in the mood for another chai latte today. I did talk about this in a previous video, but I'll put my instructions down below of how I make mine. But it was really nice to do some jigsaw puzzling. What my husband and I have been doing is listening to music while we jigsaw puzzle, and we talk, and it's just more of a hang. And we've been working through different music artists' catalog, and we had been listening to Miles Davis, and we put a pause on Miles Davis because on our anniversary we started listening to the Smashing Pumpkins. And if you are not familiar with my story of how my husband and I met, we met on a Smashing Pumpkins message board back in 2003, and so listening to that band together always has a bit of a nice, sweet, nostalgic feel. It always feels quite cozy. And so we thought it would be fun to do a full run through of all the Smashing Pumpkins that we have, which is a lot because we're big fans. So we have all the reissues with many bonus discs, and it is hours and hours of music. And we've been slowly working through that. And what we'll generally do with our jigsaw puzzle sessions is once we get to the end of an album, we'll decide, okay, do we want to do another album or do we want to just call it there? And so whenever the album stops or the music stops, then we have to say, right, enough is enough. And we got so close to finishing today. We definitely got past the tipping point where things just start to speed up because A, you've got less pieces around, so there's less to kind of go through, but B, you also start to then recognize parts of the jigsaw puzzle because you're more tuned in and you can see oh, I know that's for this bit over here. And so it just kind of powers through really fast. But we did stop because our album ended. So we are gonna definitely finish the next time we go. And knowing us, that last bit of the jigsaw puzzle goes ridiculously fast. But I did want to sneak into the sewing room for a little bit of sewing today. And I have overlocked the edge of this. So I had a good tip for quilting. If you serge the edge of your quilt before putting the binding on, it's a lot easier and it's a lot more compact. I didn't trim anything off. I just basically neatened it up a bit. And then I've also folded over my binding pieces. I've pressed them in half and in half again so that I can go and stick these on. Now, I did mention after I made my first versions of this project bag, just little heads up if you are making this pattern, I prefer to make this wide, a good 2 inches, and I also prefer to stick it to the wrong side together first and then fold it around the right side for a neater top stitch on the outside edge. But before I do that, I need to layer together my lining piece. And I don't know what this piece is called, but it's the piece that has the drawstring. You just basically make a little sandwich of the 3 together, and I'm going to just baste them in place quite close to the edge, and then I'll do the binding. But after that, I'm actually going to have to pause because I realized I don't have the drawstring that needs to go into this because I was going back and forth about what color I wanted the drawstring to be, and I realized that I'd gone back and forth so much I'd never made a decision and I hadn't ordered anything. And so I have now ordered the drawstring, but it's not going to arrive till, I don't know, later in the week. But it's fine. I will at least have it mostly done. It's a gift, so I just wanted to try and get it as much done as I could for the gift. I know it'll definitely be ready by the time I'm giving it to my friend, so that's all good. But yeah, I'm just gonna crack on, see if I can maybe watch some Vlogmas videos because I've been very behind on Vlogmas. Making Vlogmas, but also just keeping myself busy in December means that I've had very little time, and I really love Vlogmas, so I'm gonna be catching up on some of those whilst I sew. That is as done as it's gonna be until I get my drawstring to bring it closed, but it looks so beautiful. I love how it looks on the inside. How am I gonna show you guys? Believe me, It looks really nice on the inside, and I'm really happy with all of the nice details of how neatly I top stitched it and all that stuff. So I think it's looking really good. So that's pretty much me all set for that friend's Christmas present. And then I might just go ahead and do my fabric godmother. I brought this in the hopes that maybe one day I will open one of the gifts inside, and it could be today. Let's just find out. So today we're day 8. Shock, it's actually a gift. Okay, day 8, open a parcel. Your gift today is in a little green envelope marked number 8. Click the button once you've opened your gift. Well, that's good news. Right, let's see. Oh, it's right on the top. Boop, boop. Ho, 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 day 8. I do think I had a hint yesterday, but I don't mind. I don't mind. Yes. Okay. So we have this label. It says, I think that says sparkle sewn in. And on the back it does say Fabric Godmother. And then on this one we have a little disco ball, Fabric Godmother. Look guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm not really interested in these labels. I've been going really off sewing labels at the moment because I find a lot of sewing labels are very scratchy and uncomfortable, and I'm really only using like the 100% cotton woven ones, and these ones are very much the ones that I don't love. Like the edge, the like corner of these are scratchy in a way that labels are that I used to cut out of my clothes. So I will find a friend to enjoy these. It's not been the best month for me with this box, has it? But part of the whole thing of the Advent box and the mystery is that you just don't know, and it's still fun to be taking part in the mystery and seeing what I get each day. I'm hoping that things improve as the month goes on as far as this box is concerned. And then let me just see what it says on here. With the choice of 2 labels, it's time to add that extra sparkle, a little extra sparkle to the collar of your carnation blouse. Click on button below to check out our handy blog post on adding labels to your garments. Well, that might be helpful anyway. So my plans for this afternoon, I want to make some cookies. There is a cookie that I make every year. I think it might be my 3rd or 4th year making it for the family. Peanut butter blossoms. It's a New York Times recipe, and they are meant to be made with little Hershey Kiss on top, but I don't have access to Hershey Kisses in the UK. So I use the Mars Stars chocolates, and I actually prefer them because they don't have the point. I find the point of a Hershey Kiss really awkward to try and eat, and I feel like the ratio with chocolate is a bit better. I'm actually gonna look back in my previous Vlogmas videos when I've made these cookies, because I have to remind myself how big to make them and how long they cook for in my oven. So I'm gonna do a little bit of research before I do that. I've decided I'm making a single batch this year. In the past, I've made 2 batches, and last year, really, we did not manage to get through as many of the cookies as I was hoping. Granted, there was a dog that would be pretty much eating anything that was around, and he's not going to be around this Christmas, so the cookies will be more out and available, so probably they will get eaten more, but especially with all the whoopie pies that I've made, I think a single batch will be absolutely fine. So the good thing about that is that it wasn't going to be such a huge suck of my time today, which meant I was able to have a little bit more time doing the jigsaw puzzle this morning. But I will take you along to the kitchen and show you what I get up to there. well. And I have to say, this is a very straightforward cookie recipe as far as making the dough. It's just more going on from here where I can get a little bit pear-shaped if I'm not careful. And I'm trying to learn from mistakes that I made in the past. It doesn't seem super soft. The recipe says if it's very soft that you should refrigerate it for an hour. But looking at my video from last year, I regretted not refrigerating them. So I'm going to refrigerate them for an hour, and in the meantime I might just go and see if I can cut out some fabric for the apron, at least just play around with the layout and see if I have enough fabric to try and do what I think I want to do. And after an hour I'll come and start getting these babies in the oven. All right, plans are changing. I measured this, and if I cut out the front panel from the cream, I cannot cut out any other section from it, which just means it's going to be completely way far off from what I had envisioned. And so I've decided to just order another meter of the cream. And what I'm going to do, I'll cut out the other colors now so that we're good to go and we're just waiting for that. And then the cream I want to cut out into the size to be tea towels / napkins that I can turn into Christmas aprons or Christmas napkins and tea towels. I was hoping to do that with some of the scraps of the others. And basically, if I can plan to do that, then that means that I can then use that as like testing to see how the fabric stamping is going when I'm doing the block printing. So I'm not going like straight onto the fabric that I'm using, and it will be the same fabric, so it will behave the same way. So I've actually just ordered a meter of this fabric from Sew Me Sunshine. I know that Harriet's usually pretty quick at getting the deliveries out, so with any luck it will arrive in time for me to sew it up pretty soon. But I really do have a fair bit of days off between now and Christmas. Obviously it would be nice to have this done sooner so that I can wear it while I'm baking for Christmas, but it's not all about this year. It's about the long term. And so let me cut out what I can and get some little side projects going with some tea towels and napkins. These get rolled into sugar before they go in the oven. And I know from before they say to do a 1-inch ball, which is too big. I know from past experience. I'm gonna guess that's probably about right, and I'm gonna say that's maybe 3/4 of an inch. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a batch, and then I'm gonna see what I think before I make more. So usually I would have like the next ones rolling and kind of get ahead of myself so that I can put the next one in as soon as one is finished. But I know with cookies, because it's such a specific size, I don't want to end up with 2 dozen that are the wrong size. It's definitely better, I think, to err on the side of being cautious. I'm not in a rush here. The good thing about making these smaller is you get more bang for your buck. So you get more cookies per batch. So they have a second bake after the chocolate goes on top. And some of these little ones I'm happy with. I knew I had some slightly bigger, but frankly, I would even like them a little bit smaller. So I'm going to be rolling them smaller. These are some of my favorite ones to make in advance because they not only do they freeze really well, but we actually prefer how they taste. My husband and I feel like they get a better texture if you freeze them before you then defrost and serve them up. So they're a really good one to bake before Christmas. These are perfection, so I can show you the difference. I feel like there's just something a little bit more bite size about being able to just literally like pop those in your mouth in one bite, whereas the first batch I made are just a couple of bites, and that is honestly, that's the difference. So I'm really happy with this. This is what I'm gonna aim for. I've reached the point where I've got like a really good groove going. I always like that stage of cookie making where you're like on a roll and you know what you need to do. So here I have the next ones on the stove ready to go into the oven. I kept this free because when I needed to take them out and put the chocolate stars on top, I wanted that available. Once they are out of the oven, I can then put them on the top to cool. These ones that have been cooling then move up onto the top, and then I can move them into my Tupperware to be stored. it's kind of a thing of beauty when it goes well, and I'm glad that we're there, and I'm so happy with how these are looking. I definitely did not have to double the recipe. Future Teresa, one recipe is plenty, because these ones, because they're so small and bite-sized, you get way more than what they claim you're gonna get. I'll give you the grand total at the end. Cookies are all done. The grand total is 124. I did have some small hiccups because I ran out of the stars, the Milky Way stars, which I don't know, like I feel like I've always bought 2 packs and had too many. I didn't need the second one, but I think making them smaller made all the difference. So next year I must remember, buy 2 packs of the Milky Way stars. I do have some cookies that have fallen to pieces. So this one is literally snapped in half, and then another one that got a little bit collapsed. Something fell onto it. The baking rack fell on that one, and one that kind of fell inside the baking rack. So the ones that I ran out of the Cadbury stars, I've got these little melting chocolates, little tiny discs of melting chocolates, and so those ones, I think that one of them fell through, and then they're also taking a lot longer to harden, but it's fine. They will get there. I am happy to have made all the cookies. I'm gonna have a bit of a chill out, a cup of tea. I feel like my little plate here has become like my tasting plate for the cookies because I'm gonna make sure that they're all good before Christmas. So I'm gonna have a cup of tea and a couple of broken cookies and a relax. I will be making dinner fairly soon and trying to get an early night because I am back to work again tomorrow. I hope you guys didn't mind waiting too much to see this video. I hope it was fun to catch up, and I should be back again very soon to see you. Bye!